know things take time, so just don't rush what's been given, and take time while you're living. Only if you take the time, only if you take the time,
only if
you take the time, only if you take the time, only if you take the time,
only if you
hey,
take
look,
the time.
it takes time to get it, remember that, don't forget it, blame the one who did it, don't blame the one who writ it, and take time when you living, don't rush what's been given. Take the time you got, get your ass up and get it, Never been a big spender, never. Life's cold as December. Some things I can't remember, but I've been a damn good contender, and I got a damn good percentage. If you add up what I did. 50% of us die, we die, and the other 50 just live, we live. Only if you take the time, only if you take the time,
Only if
you take the time, only if you take the time, only if you take the time, only if you take the time. Take time to reveal shit. Take the time, you don't feel quick. You know what I'm talking about, so you know what to deal with. And I ain't trying to rush nothing, cause I know it's coming. It might take a little while, but I'm waiting here, I ain't running. Standing tall, speaking proud, I hear him now, I see the crowd. I'm looking down, they looking up. I mixed it up when I shook them up, and they don't know what they give it. But I don't care about critics. And just like I said, just don't blame the one who writ it. Only if you take the time, only if you take the time,
only if
you take the time, only if you take the time, only if you take the time, only if you take the time. I guess I'm just trying to say that just take time when you're living, man, cause everything comes eventually. I know sometimes shit rough, but just know that I'm gonna be here. We gonna get through it. Not bad, huh?
No, real good. This is John from Flint Talk Radio, and we're sitting down talking to War. And that track was, to start off the conversation, well, what was the name of that track?
That track's called Take the Time.
And now those who been around the Flint area, this guy is kind of a local legend in some ways. He was up with the Legend Boys anyway. How many years ago was that collaboration going on?
That started back in probably 2008. Now, that's old school. That was actually a little bit of me, my brother, and then actually my older brother. So it was kind of a family thing that got started, you know?
Yeah, sorry about that. I was just I had a problem with the audio track.
No, you're good.
I muted it. I want to make sure when I went to the next track, I didn't have it, muted and get all frustrated. So
gotcha.
Anyway, so yeah, you were in here a couple years ago, and kind of a backstory behind that. You guys came in and the Urban Legend Boys, and then I just basically pieced together. I heard about one of your members of the Urban Legend Boys is no longer with us.
Yeah.
We want to go on a little bit of that and who he was and.
Yeah, I'd love to, man. Actually, his name was Dustin Cooper. I know there's a lot of people out there that actually know the kid. He's a great kid. Now, he was actually the one who founded ULB with me, and this was back in 2008. Now, Dustin actually was only with me for a year in the industry. He actually got murdered in 2009. Now, ever since then, I kind of went along with DZ, Now, that was ULB. DZ kind of fell out once again, went to prison. Tried it again with another cat. His name was Young Bittis. Another thing fell out, man, so I'm back now, and, ULB was great, but I'm more now.
Yeah, because, I remember you guys had, we were talking before we started doing this interview, because we always try to do to give information what we want to cover, and
right.
You were on your way.
I was trying.
You played the St. Andrews Hall down in Detroit. Big. Yeah. That's a big place. That's like a dream for a lot of people. You realize that right off the bat almost.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. I've actually been to St. Andrews 3 times performing. I've been to Blondie's. There's a few music videos. People, you can look me up. It's War Pulse, Facebook, YouTube. It's a little old. It's 12 Money. Needs updated a little. But, plenty shows on there, plenty gigs, If you like what you see, please comment right back. Show some love.
Now, it's Yeah, I remember Urban Legend Boys. I heard you guys, and like I said, I'm not a big rap aficionado,
Right.
but I mean, I heard you guys. I went, I think you got some promise, and then, people I talked to have actually heard about Urban Legend Boys, and they're kind of speculating what happened. And this is before I pieced it together. Man, I remember seeing the memorial for
Yeah.
Austin
Yeah.
down the street from where he lived, right across at the house where
Yeah.
he was living at. And I didn't put it together. I was like, I remember because so many people have street names and names for the
Yeah.
groups. I didn't put the name together.
It
with the
Quicks.
guy. Yeah.
That was his.
And it's like, but it's a tragic time. Anybody, how old was he when he was taken from us?
He was 17. Yeah.
I mean, and it's just basically a commentary on what we're looking at here in Flint. I mean, it's like,
That's a fact.
it's like, yeah, it's always kind of, it's very sad for a young person. I mean, it's sad for anybody dying. A man who owned a pipe shop here in downtown Flint, Paul, if I can't pronounce his last name, but he was around for 100 years.
Paul's Pipe Shop.
Yeah, he just died a couple of days ago. And,
Wow.
Matter of fact, one of the guys who was connected to the studio is a good personal friend of the family.
Right.
That's where he's at today. He's at the funeral or the memorial service. I don't know if it's an actual funeral. But, I mean, when a person so young dies so tragically, so unnecessarily, I mean, it's an epidemic thing going on in this country, and I don't know how it's going to be reversed because people just can't give up. It's not something that can't be avoided. The
Right.
stuff that takes people is senseless.
It does.
Like in this instance, anyway.
Heck, that goes back to, the new name, War. I
What's
fought.
part of that, man? Why did you choose the name War?
Well, I mean, I want people to know that when they're going through war, that just don't let it get you down, that I'll be there for you. I want to be some type of guidance, inspiration. It's a war zone where we're from, Flint, Michigan. Back on the subject, rest in peace, Dustin, and also Paul. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
It's just like a war zone going on, and I feel like it's such a little word with so much meaning, and I'm just one person, but I got a lot of meaning, a lot of potential, man. I'm out here trying to get fans and do me and, revive ULB, bring it out, the new war.
Yeah, we tried to start this interview a couple of months ago, and things got in the way. We had typical difficulties on the studio side. We
Yeah.
had things going on.
Yeah,
You're
kind of
both had a
hectic.
baby.
Yeah.
When was that happen? When did that happen? This is your, second, third child?
It's my second.
Second.
Yeah. Now, my first is Mikhail. He's 2, and then I actually got another one, man, Kalen, and he's only 3 months old.
So
It's
it was
pretty
really
recent.
at a time.
Yeah.
It's like so everything kind of went by the wayside, and so I've known your family for over 25 years now.
Yeah.
So I mean, I knew your family before you were around.
Yeah, before I knew my family.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
And it's really kind of gratifying to see that you stuck with us despite all these setbacks and tragedies. I mean, tragic setbacks, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
It was just, I was sitting there listening, and like, what you're telling me about this, and I feel chagrined myself. I feel like, I hear these people die, and I don't put their names with these people because of the street name or because of the performing name.
Right.
And then I realized, oh yeah, that was a kid that was in here. I mean, he
Yeah.
was a kid at that age. He was a
Hey, we
kid.
were in here
I mean, it's like,
quite a bit, man. That's 4 or 5
Yeah.
years ago.
so,
Yep.
and we have a lot of we had rap and hip hop people coming in here. Like we have like Hoodoo and Polk for local Met guy.
Yep.
And Split Side Manager was a couple months ago, and they have a huge following. So, those guys are, and hats off to them because they really have a work ethic. Like I told you,
Yeah, they're doing well.
One night they had people in 3 different states performing on stage
Right.
almost simultaneously.
Yeah.
Different time zones maybe.
So they're doing something,
There's something right.
Right.
So that's an industry that I think we could probably have the advantage on. We have a lot of talent. We have a lot of people who have the desire to be rap and hip hoppers and there's hip hoppers.
Hip hoppers, man.
Hip-hoppers.
I'm an inspirational hip hopper. That's me.
Yeah.
I'm inspirational.
Now maybe you could go on this. I think everybody's going to have a different perspective. But what is the difference between rap and hip hop?
Well, that's nowadays you can barely tell on the radio. You got rap, to me, like Lil Wayne. He's a rapper. He I guess people call him an MC. Now he was great at time, but rap is just a rhyme. Anything that rhymes is a rap. Now you can put that in a song, and that's rap. Now something inspirational, something you can listen to makes you want to stand up, kick back. You got like Jeremiah, Bobby Valentino. You got certain singers Bruno Mars. Inspirational. I consider that hip hop, man. Rap. If people know Dayton Family,
Yeah.
old school Flint time.
That's kind of rap, I would say.
That's rap.
That's like, I've talked to people on Facebook or excuse me, like
It's almost gangster rap.
Well, it's really bizarre though. I've talked to people from other countries, far-flung countries,
Yeah.
and they've heard of the Dayton family.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like they asked me if I know these people, and I was like, well, I know somebody who knows somebody who knows
Who knows
somebody.
him, right.
I mean, it's like not that big of a town, and let's face it, weekly we have the diminishing ranks because of people deciding to take each other out and
Exactly.
crap. But
Crazy around here.
it's insanity. I mean, the thing is, you got to kind of be it is a tragic situation. I mean, there's no way you can get around that, but you basically we have to deal with it.
Gotta push, man.
So anyway, you were what was the inspiration behind the first track we heard? And again, with the name of that again was what?
Take the time.
Take the time. And now, what gave rise to that? What gave you the inspiration for that particular?
Well, just take the time, like everybody's always told me, take time when you're living. Just don't rush things, So I just wanted to put out a song, especially around for my Flint Town people, old UOB fans. Just let them know, slow down, man. People making decisions too quick, not even thinking about it, coming out here, doing stupid things, prison in life, becoming messed up, families hurting, and just if they took the time to sit down and actually think, ponder about it, maybe they wouldn't be where they were, So take the time, man.
See, I know what's really sad is that so much of this tragic stuff going on, and the horrors of all this, is avoidable. I mean, this is not a tornado coming out at us,
No.
an earthquake.
F1, F5,
No, I mean it's somebody deciding to be extreme.
Exactly.
In a bad sense. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not talking extreme snowboarding or skateboarding.
No, BMX.
You're only going to hurt yourself in that usually, but the senselessness behind the violence.
That's why
I can never fathom this.
stay away, man.
Yeah.
Went to Tennessee, came back,
Well, see, the thing is, that's what it's like an obligation. It's everybody comes back to this place. I mean, and I know I'm supposed to be part of Flint Talk Radio. We always try to look at the positive side. But I'm a person who is a clear-eyed
Right.
realist, and the first thing I hear when you told me when you came back, I think the first thing I said,
Why
the hell did you come back?
Exactly.
You broke free of the gravitational pull of this place.
Yeah.
But you got family, and
Family.
loyalty is a bitch. I mean, really, loyalties and family obligations can be a noose around your neck.
It's better to have family with you, though, than not. A little bit. Keep them there. Little good run. I had a good run in Tennessee, man. But, I'm proud to be back and releasing the new album. Get my demo out. Trying to step it up a notch. Leave a positive note on Flint, though, so.
Okay, we're going to give you a chance here to shamelessly promote yourself. So give out the information where you want people to reach you at. So we'll do this a couple of times during our conversation. So
Gotcha.
Go ahead there.
All right. Hey, it's War now. So obviously, you can find me at Facebook. You look up War Pulse. Now, War is spelled WAOR, and then Pulse like the beat of your heart. Also, YouTube. You can find videos of me. Google. You can just Google Money Flint, Michigan. That'll pull up ULB, everything we've ever did.
How was Money spelled, by the way?
Money is MUNEE. Yeah. Try to keep everything different, but there's too many monies. There's too many. I had to switch it up, man. Come out with War. And, people see it spelled, and I just hope that they'll learn it one day, man. But, yeah, Facebook, War Pulse. Look it up. Demo being released. Album released September 23rd. And big expectations.
Now, I'm reflecting back, some of the conversations we've had before, and all the people in the rap and hip hop world. And I don't make any pretense about it. I'm not a big aficionado of it. I don't know the players in this world, but I've heard of some of the people you talked about who were on stage with you or you shared the stage with.
Yeah.
That same night down there at St. Andrews. Now I think some people like to hear about who you were actually in the same building with, the same time with.
Gotcha. Well, I've done a few. I'll kind of go in order. My first celebrity one was OJ the Juice Man. I did the opening for him. People were a little bit upset. He actually didn't show up till like 2 in the morning. Club's closing, he shows us up. But, still did my thing. He showed up. That was kind of cool. Now, the I'd say biggest thing I've done is Bobby Valentino. That was pretty cool. Now Detroit, St. Andrews, K. Will, Trick, Eminem's been in the building. I mean, Redman, Method Man, and Blondie's in Detroit. Also, check that out. I'm in a video. It's called Wild Like Us by Bizarre. And that's, for those who don't know, he used to be with D12, Eminem. I'm in the video of that. It was money then, so it'd be money. But, I've done quite a bit, man. Little White, American Cancer Association. I've done shows, And I was 18. I was a young one then, so.
Yeah, I mean, that means you have promise. I mean, those are even though I'm a novice, total neophyte,
Yeah.
old dude listening in, to a conversation, I know that it's those are significant names in this world, man. I mean,
It's all the proof. Yep, YouTube. Like I said, look it up, man. And it's it gives me that little bit of, I think, push to look back and see what I've done,
Right.
and then to be able to take that and go forward and just do something better, man. Come out.
Like every kind of pursuit has got its benchmark. It's everything you measure things against, and I would say being at St. Andrews Hall ranks up there for anybody involved in music, not just rap and hip hop. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember a year or so before Michael Hutchence committed suicide. The lead singer for NXS.
Yeah.
NXS had been in their earlier salad days, I guess you'd call it,
Right.
played St. Andrews Hall.
Yeah.
And when they appeared here again, just about a year or so before Michael died,
Right.
they sold out that place within 10 minutes of the announcement they were showing up.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I was a big NXS fan.
Yeah.
Never saw them on in person, live or anything. Music was phenomenal.
Yeah. Great band.
Totally dismayed at the fact that this man decided that he wanted to just give up everything and die. I mean,
Yeah.
because he just had the world at his feet, literally. It just goes to show you that there's even though you want the music, there's always something beyond the reach. This
Always.
man reached the money, he reached the fame, and there's something beyond that.
Exactly.
So I mean, you got to keep that in mind. I mean,
Stay flat-footed. Keep my head up.
I don't know if you ever saw the old movie Patton, but George C. Scott is George Patton. But
No.
he's talking about they're at a site in Rome. I think it was in Rome or Italy somewhere. And it was a famous battle sit place or a triumphant return place. And he told his aide who was with him, he said the generals would be on the chariots as they're driving through the procession of people giving them like well wishers and congratulating them on their victories.
Right.
But the slave was whispering in his ear the futility of pursuit of happiness and the vaingloriousness of glory.
Right.
And so that's the way it is with the rap. It is with rock. It's music. You got people who did stellar things in their life.
Yeah.
It's now okay. Going to this, I mean, where would you like to see yourself in 10 years?
Oh, hopefully big, man. Big, blown up. Like, honestly, I just want to be like an inspiring icon, the young kids, man. I mean, I've did it. Why can't you? I mean, there's people that have done it. Why can't we? So in 10 years, man, I'd like to be at billboards, retired, sitting back, family fed, 3 generations after me. So, I mean, it'd be nice.
That's another thing. It is. I mean, some people would say that money and the pursuit of money is it's kind of a negative aspect, or it's not a worthwhile pursuit.
Yeah.
I disagree. I'm a materialist. Okay.
It
I
just
like
makes
money.
things better a little bit,
Makes things a lot easier. I mean, I don't believe you should do anything for money, but I don't think there's any job. I mean, as long as it's legal, you're not murdering yourself or somebody else for it. I'd say take that job.
Yeah.
I mean, that Ashton Kutcher, where he had delivered that, but he won some award a couple weeks ago, and he basically said the same thing. There's no such job. There's not a job that was ever beneath me.
Right.
And work hard. You gotta have that work ethic in place for music.
You do.
Success.
You gotta have a drive. Keep it going. Fight. Try.
You see, now it's like you got a family now. So I mean, when you're younger, it was easier.
Yeah.
You could do it. Burn the midnight oil. You could burn the candle.
Exactly.
Now you can't. You got to weigh in. So that's sort of kind of an object lesson, a morality lesson there. I mean, basically, you got to have your priorities in shape.
Got to, and hope for big things, man. Hope that right person hears it.
Right.
Takes off,
So hopefully that's the reason why we're here today, man. Is like we're going to try to get your music out there. Maybe somebody who hears it say, "I want this guy to do something for us or with us."
I agree.
So anyway, do you want to go to the second track, track 3? Do you want to play that, and we'll come back afterward and talk a little bit more? And,
let's do that.
what's this? The track 3 is name? The name of the track 3?
I believe this one is called "Hands of Time."
Okay, well, we'll give it a listen, and we'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. Whoa. The hands of time. War. If I could rewind the hands of time, I'd redo a lot of things, I guess. Yeah. They tell me this. You feel the rush, It's like a shot of adrenaline. Set my goals high, this a big one I'm reeling in. And this feeling's mysterious, nothing but lies. You're infected bacteria, delirious. I just spoke to my oracle, she told me don't give up, cause I'm headed for a miracle. I'm about neck deep, I don't know if this is bearable. If I get any deeper, I'ma cause my own burial. Hey, could be a very good dealer, but I'm trying legit to go and get my own Skrilla. I got a fam to provide, keep my head to the sky, try not to look down, cause if I do then I'm fried. And I'm filled with this pride, I got too much to decide and got too much on my mind. But I believe we can fly, cause all we gotta do is try. And time flies by, and I would change so much if I could hit rewind. Only if I could rewind the hands of time, I would change so much, I would change my life. Only if I could rewind the hands of time, the hands of time, I would change my life. I know it's been a rough one, tough one, but you can really be something, yes sir, yes sir. I'm telling you from the heart, that will never be torn apart. And I just thought that I should let you know, I never thought that I would let you go. I guess it's time that I let you go. You said that you would stick with me and follow me down any road. I never put myself in any type of position I couldn't figure out, to be sitting here stuck with it. Yeah, and I'm just waiting for the rain to go. I'm also waiting for this pain to go. And I'm lucky I'm still living. God's on my side, but I just won't listen. But if we stick together, you know we'll make it. Cause inside I feel that I was destined for greatness. Only if I could rewind the hands of time, I would change so much, I would change my life. Only if I could rewind the hands of time, the hands of time, I would change my life. Only if I could rewind the hands of time, I would change so much, I would change my life. Only if I could rewind the hands of time, the hands of time, I would change my life.
Now, that's a good one. I like that one there. No audio.
Oh, sorry about that.
There you
Forgot
go.
to push my own my microphone up, my button up. I was muted myself and then unmute myself.
Good, I got you.
See, I remember that track right there. I remember you performed that down in your studio
Yeah.
when I was there visiting a couple months ago. So I had some familiarity with that track, and it's like it's kind of a poignant song too, because I think that probably I can see where that might be something you're thinking about, looking back at the people you're working with,
Right.
collaborating with. You wish you could have gone back, probably alter the course of their lives.
Exactly.
And so that's I can see that they kind of drove it home of the poignancy of that particular track. Who wouldn't want to have the perpetual, be able to have the control of time?
Right.
Because that's what we're always living under. We're, as humans, no matter what we do in life, we always basically. There are times I've actually heard the ticking of a clock in a very quiet house.
Right.
And if you get very philosophical about it, it's going to drive you insane.
Yeah.
Because you're actually knowing your life's just literally
Taken away. Yeah.
And anyway, we don't get too deep, but it's like that song. It's like I can see where that would, especially reflecting on back we already covered.
Yeah.
It's probably what did that prompt that kind of thinking? I wish I could go back.
Just honestly, man. After all that happened that we explained earlier, quitting for about a year. Not necessarily quitting, but going from doing everything that I've done to nothing, and then to try to come back and do it as a solo artist, to actually sit in the booth where we once all sat, just, I don't know, the song dawned upon me, just came out of nowhere, wrote it, recorded it, and I had a song, man. I like it. The acoustic's actually a real acoustic guitar, so just from the heart, I guess, man.
Yeah, I'm encouraged too that you're actually you're doing a lot of keyboard. You're pretty decent on the keyboard.
Yeah.
And you're also interested in putting together a regular band instead of just doing sampling and synthesizer.
Yeah, I'd love to, man.
Yeah.
Just more of a show, more of a presence, You got one guy on stage, or you got a guitarist, you got a spotlight, you got the drummer, you got the vocalist come out. No matter if I'm doing jazz, rap, hip hop, it don't matter, it's just more of a show. You go to see a show, and that's just what I want to deliver. So if there's any good guitarists, band members, Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, and anyway, we'll put this right up on your Facebook, plus ours, and also anywhere else that you might want to put it, because we definitely want you to. But that song is just a couple of lyrics that come to drive home. It's like turn back time, a hand of time. I mean,
yeah.
I think when you're past the age of 18, you start recognizing.
Yeah, life really hits you then.
The mastery that time has over you.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have mastery of it. I mean.
No. So like you said, we wish.
I mean, I wish I'd go back so many times. I mean, I've had people tell me during the course of interviews and just conversations throughout my life that they've lived their life and they've had no regrets.
Right.
And I'm walking away from them thinking, either you're unconscious as hell, or you're lying to me and yourself, because I have regrets every day.
Every day.
I said this when I should have said that. I ate too much. I drank too much. I pissed this person off unnecessarily because I was letting my own emotions run wild.
Every day.
Yeah. I don't see how people can live without regrets.
No.
Maybe overall you could say that there's something you didn't think that you can alter.
Right.
That was out of your control. But we could all have done something better.
Exactly.
And anyway, no, I think that's a very good song. I think you got.
Thank you.
I could see somebody using that as a movie soundtrack. It's really good.
That'd be awesome, there, man. Hopefully, get it out there.
So anyway, we're going to go to another track, and then we'll wrap it up after this. The 7th track. What is the name of this one?
This one's called Daydreaming, and you hear the song. I don't know. This the image I see. I see campfire. Everybody having a good time, dances, no fighting. People that don't know each other, never met each other in their life, just having a good time, getting along. And where I'm from, you don't normally see that. So when I wrote this song, I called it Daydreaming. I'm wide awake, so how can I be dreaming? So daydreaming.
Time, though. Well, we'll play it. We'll be back, guys.
Sounds good.
Industry Ready Production. PSBeats.com.
This just can't be real. You don't even know how I feel. This just can't be real. Too good to be true. It's like a nightmare. This keep popping, keep party ain't stopping. It ain't stopping. Keep dropping, keep dropping. Yeah. I said the fish keep popping, keep the party ain't stopping. It ain't stopping. Keep dropping, keep dropping. Yeah. It's deja vu. I don't know if I'm here, if I'm right next to you, or really you're right next to me, or I'm living a fantasy, but I know I don't wanna leave. It's everything I wanna see. Yeah. I'm wide awake. How can I be dreaming? Yeah. I'm wide awake. So how can I be dreaming? Daydreaming. Yeah. I'm wide awake. So how can I be dreaming? Yeah. Said I'm wide awake. So how can I be dreaming? Daydreaming. Fists keep popping and the party ain't stopping. Let the beats keep dropping. I said the fists keep popping, the party ain't stopping, and the beats keep dropping. Daydreaming. Hey, how can I be dreaming when I'm wide awake? Whatever's going on, I'll participate. And go ahead, do you try to instigate? Cause nothing's popping off, and yeah, it's great. No problems, no issues, no beefing, no pistols, no goodbyes or missions. Yeah, no issues, no anger, and no one with bangers, with a crowd full of strangers. Yeah, it's deja vu. I don't know if I'm here, if I'm right next to you, or really you're right next to me, or I'm living a fantasy, but I know I don't wanna leave. It's everything I wanna see. Yeah, I'm wide awake. How can I be dreaming? Yeah, I'm wide awake. So how can I be dreaming? Daydreaming. Yeah, I'm wide awake. So how can I be dreaming? Yeah, said I'm wide awake. So how can I be dreaming? Daydreaming. Fists keep popping and the party ain't stopping. Let the beats keep dropping. I said the fists keep popping, the party ain't stopping, and the beats keep dropping. Daydreaming. I'm wide awake. How can I be dreaming? Yeah, I said I'm wide awake. So how can I be dreaming? Daydreaming.
Now, What's that? Hey. Yeah.
Okay.
There
sorry.
we go.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Now you're
I'm
good.
forgetting how to unmute my own mic. Okay, that's not real professional. No, I'm listening to that song as it's playing, and I can see where some people who are born and raised basically in an area like Flint. I mean, it's kind of in a war zone in many neighborhoods, and they see movies where they show people actually not, squaring off for a fight.
Yeah.
That would be a dream.
I guess, yeah, the campfire, the beautiful women, the marshmallows, the hot dogs, and the dancing, daydreaming.
Of course, the women alone would keep up most of us daydreaming.
Daydreaming, yeah.
Or fantasizing, but we don't want to go that route because we're trying to keep it a G-rated show. But anyway, another thing is too, how much a percentage would you say of your music do you have, like where you use language that parents might find objectionable? Do you try to stay away from that, or? Yeah,
actually, I try to do about like 50-50. Honestly, I mean, I make my songs that anyone can relate to. Recently, I've been doing more radio play, trying to inspirational, but I'd say like 50-50, man. I'm real versatile. I do it all. Half my songs is for the fans that love strictly rap, underground hip hop, and then I got my fans that want radio play, they want to see bigger expectations, so I make things that anybody can listen to, kids, elder lady, anything,
As an artist, would you feel like kind of constrained with those considerations in mind when you're writing something that you have to have this played on radio, and you're going to have a lot of objections if it's too loaded with profanities, obscenities?
Yeah, I do, man, because honestly, I mean, I don't want to see my kid walking down the street, headphones on, hey, what you listening to, when he's 12, 13, and I grab his headphones, and, it's some tricking, or, on the block hustling, like, I mean, I just rather more inspirational, something to guide him, I mean, you can rap and do it too,
Now, what's your perspective? When you're 18, you didn't have a kid yet, right?
Yeah.
And now you got two. So it's like that's changed your perspective on music, and probably, as an artist, it's reflected in your music now.
A lot.
Yeah.
It's it's different being a dad. I guess, I want to see my son grow up doing the right thing. And it's hard to believe that's going to happen when you're playing Grand Theft Auto and, running around shooting people. And, and so I just try to leave a positive note. And sometimes I actually think of how my kids, I got a 2-year-old, I wonder if he realizes, hey, that's my voice. When he grows older, what's it going to be like to hear his dad? Hey, that's my dad rapping, but then it's inspirational, so maybe that, kind of guide him in the right way, and maybe even pick up inspirational music as himself and do something himself,
There's some guys, rap's been around for roughly 40 years, right?
Yeah.
So there are obviously people who are
turntables.
People involved in the industry have weathered a lot of storms. They've got maturity.
Yeah.
They're probably different people when they first started than they are now. Could you see yourself doing rap and hip hop in your 70s, possibly?
Yeah, I think so, man. When I sit down and write, that's how music comes out. But then, like, I'd like to see myself with a band. So I wouldn't mind, maybe studying a different profession, maybe trying rock, maybe trying country, like switch it up a little bit, but then just keep the twist that no one got, a rap beat, hip-hop beat. The inspiration, it'd be great to get a female vocalist, like hitting notes no one expects, like a Fergie or something. So,
but she was with the Black Eyed Peas, right?
Yeah.
She's a gorgeous girl.
Gorgeous. Great, talented.
Smoking. I mean, she's like phenomenal. I mean, she's got kind of some people say it's a wispy voice. I have my one niece, she's very much a creative of all female voices. And but I've watched that Big Girls Don't Cry video a few times. And after one time or a couple of times, I realized that somebody's actually singing. Yeah. She's incredibly gorgeous.
She is, and she's good.
Yeah. But anyway, of course, you wouldn't want to get somebody that hot on stage because your girlfriend would probably be really ticked off.
She'd probably pull me off stage. Huh?
Yeah, but
hey, that's it. Nice show.
See, rock and roll is always considered a rebelliousness, and youthful. You had to be youthful. Now you got the guys who are like ironically, the grandfathers of rock and roll, like Keith Richards and Mick Jagger, Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey and stuff. I mean, from the Who. These guys are up there in age. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And let's face it, they were born right. Pete Townshend's he's born in the Second World War.
Right.
That's almost 66 years ago, 67 years ago.
Yeah.
Getting up there. I mean, he's definitely in the senior citizen. I mean, he's got his AAR peak a long time ago, more than likely. But unfortunately for the rap industry, so many died because of violence. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to have to worry about setting up their pension fund.
I don't know, man.
Which is sad. You know, I mean, it's sad.
Yeah.
You know?
Like Tupac, Biggie Smalls.
Right.
Everybody knows that.
And there's like several other ones I've heard too. Minor stars.
Yeah.
I promise they're snuffed out. I mean,
Yeah. A lot of people, right when they get signed, something happens. But back to like what you said, kind of bring them upon herself,
Yeah.
You making music, talking about, hey, I'm out here, pistols in the trunk, selling that skunk. I mean, you're letting people know,
It's like letting and you know what? I am thinking this might be a reasonable possibility that if you're talking about engaging in illegal activity, there's people out there who are employed full time trying to find that kind of activity. They can bust you. So
Exactly.
I mean, if you're doing it, be subtle about it. Don't go around bragging about it.
They're announcing it,
Yeah.
Different.
But anyway, anytime you want to come back, the studio's very close by, and maybe this be a launching starting point for a regular show for you with hip hop and rap. You could be in there. I'll be running the board. You could bring in people.
That'd
I know
be great.
Polk from Split Side Management,
Yeah.
local guy. He definitely would be a good person for you to talk to and hang out with. Maybe you guys can, between the two of you, can bring in guests. I think you can really make a go out of this, and I think your own music is tremendous. You have tremendous talent. So
thank you, man.
And we'll wrap it up now. Is there one you want us to leave with? One of the tracks? We played the three we kind of scoped out for at the beginning of the conversation, but do you have one you want to wrap the conversation up with, or?
Yeah, you can actually play the last one on there, man, if you want to do that. It's called Confident.
Okay.
Confident.
And again, man.
Thank you.
Track 8.
Track 8.
Definitely like to have you back in the studio very soon, okay?
Sounds good, man.
Hey, you know who it is, Now I don't mean to be too confident, Hey, I said, now I don't mean to be too confident, I guess I walk around with too much confidence, Now I don't mean to be too confident,
It is a career with Platinum Seller Beats. 111.
Now I don't mean to be too confident, I guess I walk around with too much confidence, Now I don't mean to be too confident, but no matter what, I still get compliments. I got confidence, I get compliments. I will succeed, get all of it. Tell all my haters I'm ballin', bitch, and I ain't stopping shit. On my grind, stay on top of it. I'm in the booth and I'm making hits. I get my money, do it again. I put it down, 2 steps when I'm in my town. Always rep when I'm in my town. I was there if it's going down. Got confidence in the murder minute, you fuck with me. End up missing, they can't handle the shit I'm dissing. They real far, man, they staying distant. Now I don't mean to be too cocky. Goons on the block, I really wish they try to stop me. I'm a pro in the game, I ain't never been too sloppy. Got that one hit a quitter, they should probably call me Rocky. Balboa, soda, Kuta, bitch, fold up. Fresh on the scene when I pulled up. They screaming out, saying hold up. I ain't slowing down, the windows up, rolling down. Light them up and lay them down. They in their beds, they praying now. Now I don't mean to be too confident, I guess I walk around with too much confidence, Now I don't mean to be too confident, Hey, but no matter what, I still get compliments.
www.psbeats.com.
Now I don't mean to be too confident, I guess I walk around with too much confidence, Now I don't mean to be too confident, Hey, but no no matter what, I still get compliments. It's a thug's life I'm living. It's guaranteed that I'll get it. They don't cross my path, I'll make sure you don't forget it. It ain't the smart thing to do, but the smart way of living. The smart thing to do will be quit fucking with my city. I'm back now when I'm riding. It's guaranteed I decided that I ain't going nowhere, not as long as I'm trying, man. This competition ain't nothing. I'm confident, I ain't bluffing. If worse comes to worse, I grab the gat and I'm busting. Now I ain't saying I'm ballin', but I'm far from stalling. Got too much on my mind, not enough up in my wallet. None, but just let me say that I will be honest. I try to do my best, but to succeed I can't promise. I can't watch you fall. I won't sit back and watch. These people think I'm gone. Somebody took my spot, but you don't know where I've been. I had the shit that I saw. That's why you see me coming back, but just 2 times as strong. Yeah. Now I don't mean to be too confident. I guess I walk around with too much confidence. Now I don't mean to be too confident. Hey, but no matter what, I still get compliments. Now I don't mean to be too confident. I guess I walk around with too much confidence. Now I don't mean to be too confident. Hey, but no matter what, I still get compliments.